Ian Wright does it again. When he goes into gospel mode and he starts spitting, then trust me, the only thing that's going to be coming out of his mouth is gems. This guy just knows how to articulate his words and he knows how to get his points across. And the way he was able to describe England as a whole, as a country, their view on black players and how black players are treated was remarkable. What he said on the overlap, the speech that he gave was amazing. And it was absolutely correct, especially with England as a country and as people, how they treat players of different minorities, and especially with black players. England isn't ready for a black superstar. I don't know when they will ever be ready for a black superstar. It might take centuries, millennia until that happens, because racism isn't going anywhere anytime soon. I'm not going to get into a full political rant, but it's the truth. It's not going anywhere. And with Jude Bellingham, with the player that he is, especially with some of the controversies and stuff like that, which is so minuscule. All right, he got subbed off and he had a bit of a fit about it. Who hasn't? There's so many players that get subbed off and they get really upset. It's a genuine reaction. He wants to do well. I'm sure he believed that on the pitch he probably could have provided a lot more, but it just is what it is. It can happen. People are talking about, is there issues between him and Tuchel and blah blah blah, and maybe Tuchel as a manager wants to try out different players. I mean, has everyone thought of that? He wants to try Morgan Rogers, he wants to try Eze, and with someone like Jude Bellingham, he has come off the bench a couple of times here and there. However, it happens. It's football, it's competition. These are the things that will be part and parcel of the trade. But back to Ian Wright, some of the things that this guy was saying was absolutely spot on. And with Jude Bellingham, he is right. Jude Bellingham is a guy that is an achiever. He is a winner. He's won pretty much majority of the things that you need to win at Real Madrid, especially in his first season. He's got the number 5 shirt. He's been linked heavily to Zidane, even though I don't believe he's Zidane, but he's done pretty well at Madrid so far, and I think that he's done an amazing job over there. And especially for England in the last Euros, let's be honest, he was the one that stood up to be counted in clutch moments. He's always, well, I won't say always, but he's been there. He's stood up to be counted. He scored the goals when you needed it, and he done very well in the last tournament. And a lot of the reason why England were able to get to the final was because of him. Yeah, you can say for 90 minutes, and this is my criticism of him, for the whole match I wouldn't see him, but for that one moment, and sometimes for that one moment, Bellingham was able to provide that bit of magic to give an advantage to England, and that's what he's been able to do. And with the things that he said about Jude and him warning him, like, it's so great to see someone like Ian Wright provide the support and the system needed to support these guys, especially people like Rashford and Sancho and all these guys, because you never, like, it's a script. We all know when you build up someone so high, the next thing is that people will try their best to push you down, and it's going to happen in this case. And black players will be treated differently to white players. It's always going to be the case. It will take years and years and years until something changes, but I don't think anything ever will. I mean, if you were to put this with John Terry or Rooney or Joe Cole or any of these guys, someone with, like, if these guys, the current lot, did anything like what they did in the past, I mean, we would never really hear the end of it, would he? And one of the things I really loved about Ian Wright's speech is with the N'Golo Kante comparisons. People always want, especially in England, especially from the white demographic, if you have a black player that comes on to be like N'Golo Kante, doesn't speak, always smiley, yes sir, no sir, 3 bags full sir, that's the way the English media really want all these minority players to be like, and it's absolutely ridiculous. You're gonna get guys, especially who go up to that level, to have a bit of confidence, have a bit of arrogance, a bit of swagger about them. It's always going to, like, you have to have those type of players in order to get over the line, and that has been a main thing of why England haven't been able to get over the line, because they've always put these players down. And there's always going to be that discussion on why the hell players from a different ethnic background should even play for England in the first place. That's why we have, I don't know, like Eddie Nketiah going to Ghana or Wilfred Zaha going to Ivory Coast. You're always going to get those things and criticisms, especially for England, and they absolutely deserve it. England deserve this as a country, as a people, as whatever. This is what they deserve, because if you're going to treat players like that, then what do you expect? And with N'Golo Kante, that was probably the best thing I could say, because if you, like, compared to, say, I don't know, like a Pogba or something like that, it's absolutely ridiculous that we even have to see this, but it is what it is, and that's what people want. They want all the black players to be like N'Golo Kante, just don't speak, just do your work, put your head down, and that just isn't going to be the case. Who the hell cares if you have your hair cut a certain way, if you wear earrings, or if you get a bit annoyed if you get subbed off? These is all part and parcel of football, and these are all part of their own personalities. It's not about what you do on the pitch, it's about what you do off the pitch for these guys, and that is just so weird. England have been winning. They've literally pretty much done very well in the majority of the games that they've played, and now, since there's nothing much to talk about, they want to make this into a topic. And thank God, well done to the English media. You've given people something to talk about for your slow, stupid newsletters. I hope you're happy. I hope you made something out of nothing, which they have done, and I don't know what they're going to achieve out of this. Maybe a couple extra quid off their newspapers, but it's absolutely dumb. Anyhow, I hope that a lot of players that do decide to play for England and play in the Premier League or even play in the national team, especially if you're black or if you're from a minority, they realize what's going on. I hope Ian Wright can still provide the support to them and understanding that this is like, when it comes to playing for England, this is what comes with it, especially in the Premier League. And I just hope they can like get above it. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not here to talk about Jude Bellingham as a player, right? As a player, you can have your criticisms of him, but I've seen so many situations, whether it's Sterling with the gun tattoo and the footy idiot newsletter, or whether it's Saka with the black ice newsletter as well, and the abuse that he got when he missed a penalty himself in a final as a teenager, or whether it's Sancho or Rashford for their things as well. I've seen this far too much, and I'm always going to stand with those guys because it's ridiculous as England as a country what they're doing to their own black players that have chosen to play for this country. But anyhow, that's it for me. Ian Wright, what a speech, well done. If you have criticism of Jude Bellingham as a player, that's fine, I'm absolutely for that, but I won't stand for this. This is absolutely ridiculous, like the type of topics that are literally coming about and the nonsense that's coming from the English media, and especially from England as well, like the supporters and stuff. Rubbish. Anyhow, hope to see you all soon in the next video. Please like and subscribe, and see you all soon.